Hi, my name is Jordan, and welcome to Sir Majesty Easy World channel. This is the best channel you can get on YouTube. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
The whispers in the morning.
You're welcome to Sir Majesty Easy World Science channel, the easy world of science. Nice to see someone. Labeling will be one side, but I will not obey it here because I'm using the two things. I didn't draw the specimen separately. And remember, there is what we call size of your diagram. Please endeavor to watch that my video on basic rules on biological drawing here on Sir Majesty Easy World Science channel, please, so that you know the rules. So now here is the, of course, without being told, this is the eye. Then here is the beak. You can say upper beak, lower beak. Here is the beak. If you don't want to call it beak, you call it bill, which determines the feeding habit. Then here is the ear lobes, or the earlobe. Here is now the wattle, the wattles, one of the protuberance in the head of a local fowl. There are up to 3 of them: the earlobe, the wattles, and the comb, which are all absent here. So it is possible that you might be told to differentiate between these two heads. Then the feathers in the neck might be called the hackles. The long feathers in the neck region of birds, you can refer to them as the hackles. Then there will also show feathers around. So the feathers in the head of most birds are called the bristle feathers. Bristle feathers. So coming to here, to label this is still the beak, all this long beak, but remember this surface is called the cumen. So all this thing here, you call it the cumen. So this will have broad and large cumen to compare. This particular blade is also the cumen. Then have the lower and the upper. Definitely here, it looks like this have 2 eyes. No, it doesn't have 2 eyes. This one is the eye, while here is the nostril. Here means the nostril, serving as the nose. Then the upper beak, the lower beak, or the cumen is the plate. So with this, it's possible for you to differentiate between the so-called head of a local fowl and the head of a duck. Now, you can also book for private classes with Sir Majesty Easy World as far as biology, chemistry, biology-related courses, your human anatomy, physiology. You can book your private class with me. I will help you teach you the cheats in drawing. As you can see, I'm doing it with ease. My students also do it more easy than me because I raise people that will be better, more perfect, more efficient than me. Don't be left out. Okay? So, in these two specimens, it is possible that we will be told to differentiate and also write similarities. Let's start with the similarities. What are the similarities between the head of a duck and the head of a local fowl? Presence of beak in both. Both of them have beak. Presence of hairs, or you say bristle feathers. Sorry, not hairs, sorry, bristle feathers. Presence of feathers called bristle feathers in both cases. Then presence of eye. Don't joke with them. We are talking about similarities. Look at eye, look at eye. Then these are the things will be just presence of a beak or bill, and I said presence of bristle hairs, or sorry, bristle feathers on the head. Then presence of eye on both. Then what are the differences, which is the likely question that you might encounter? What are the differences? Watch this. There are protuberances, the membranous structures in this particular specimen, but they are absent here. First, the comb. The comb, sometimes if it is reddish in color, very bright red, that should be the cock for local fowls. But when it's dull and not well protruding, that should be for the hen. That's the female one. So you just say presence of comb here in a tabular form. Like I said, if you are told to differentiate between two specimen, your job is to make a table. Specimen this, specimen the other, rule off. You might lose mark if you don't tabulate differences, or if they tabulate it for you in the answer script, you're lucky. But if they just give you space, differentiate between this, please put the answers on table, and the tabulating will also help you answer the questions correctly. And then in differentiating, match points direct. Like, don't say presence of comb and come here and say presence of long beak on the same number. No, rather you say presence of comb here, absence of comb. Then here you say presence of earlobe, absence of earlobe in duck, presence of wattles in local fowl, absence of wattle in the duck head. Then long beak, then short strong beak. Like I told you, for local fowl we use SSS, short strong straight, but this one is broad flattened and a bit curved. Broad flattened and a bit curved beak, which is used for sifting, feeding on the mood, like that moody water, which is one of the specimen. This particular beak is adapted for sifting. Like when it is inserted into the moody water, it can sift out the debris or the planktons or the phytoplanktons, whatever that is there in the water. That's to help it sift out any food particle inside the water. So this particular mouth part is adapted for feeding in mood or moody water or mesh, and that is aquatic. This one, the mouth part is also adapted, and other body parts makes this particular specimen aquatic, even the feet. So from the mouth and the feet or the leg of dog have webbed. I will still draw that for you to see. So if they tell you which of the birds or which of the specimen is adapted to aquatic environment, you can now say the head of the dog, because of the nature of the beak for sifting water in the moody water. Then you are now saying also the leg of dog because of the webs between the digits. God bless you. If you are flowing well, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to share and subscribe. Spread the light. God bless you. Let's continue. I've compared and contrasted, and I've shown you the drawing between the two. Maybe I recap. Differences between the head of a duck and the head of a local fowl. 1. Comb present, comb absent in duck. Wattles present in local fowl, wattles absent in duck. Then earlobe absent in duck but present in local fowl. So what are the similarities? Eyes, both possess eyes, both possess bristle feathers. So now another thing that might come up here is the feathers in the head, like I told you, are called bristle feathers. They are usually having just rashes. You know, rashes is what we call the shaft, which is strong, but the shaft usually lack bubbles. The bubbles, that's the branches, they don't have blades. They look like a hair-like feather. Is called the bristle feathers, and it is common on the heads of birds. So both of them have bristle feathers. And what is the function of the bristle feathers? It protects debris from falling into the eye. They protect the eye, the nose, the ear. That's why they are found around the ear. It's a kind of, it doesn't provide much thing like flight. So it is possible that we might be told to differentiate between the feathers on the head of any of these two specimens and the quill feather, which is one of those specimens I will be analyzing today. So what are the differences? I've just made it indirect. The differences between the feathers in the head of these two birds. Sorry if I've been using hairs instead of feathers. Please, birds lacks hairs. Hairs are only for mammals. Please, as far as this specimen is concerned, if you hear me say hair, what I mean is actually feathers, or less if I'm saying the hair-like feathers, which is the bristle feathers. Now, what are the differences between bristle feathers and the quill feather? Maybe I'll say it and I might lay more emphasis when I get to the quill feather analysis. Now, in the quill feather, there are blades, there is the strong rashes are there, but here there is no pronounced blade and it is hair-like in nature, and the quill feather is modified for flight, while the feathers here is actually modified for protecting debris or dirt from falling into the eyes and the nose and the ears of the birds, or what we call the nostrils. Okay, this is it. We go to the next we go down to the next specimen. Definitely what we have is the quill feather. Of course, the quill feather is the next specimen. I just advise you learn any of these two drawing. I'm suspecting you might be told to draw these two out of the whole specimen provided. Okay, the other specimen we have indirectly looked at the heads of the dog and the head of a local fowl, which means it's also advisable I take a look at the legs, because you might be asked to match the two, that specimen whatever, meaning the leg of a fowl, belongs to which of the specimen. You say it belongs to specimen whatever they call this. Reason is because the leg is adapted for exposing seeds on the ground. it is not adapted for swimming, is a land bed. Then this one, the leg is for waterbed, is adapted for swimming because of the web digits. So I guess I'll draw the two. Remember the labeling, the hackle, the earlobe. Then here you might call it the nape, the wattles. Okay, so I will keep the two drawings and draw the leg. Buy your biology laboratory equipment and biology glasswares from Her Majesty Easy World. You can place your order at easyworldscience.com. Here we have the pottometer for measuring the rate of transpiration is available. They are affordable for you. Clinostats. Then here we have the clinostats for controlling or studying the effect of gravity and also the effect of light on the growth of plants. And here we have the plastic model of the adult skeleton, very suitable for a biology laboratory. Her Majesty Easy World makes these things available. Here is your wind vane. Is a very modified and astonishing wind vane. I also have the one I construct by specialists. We also help you mount it in your school. So make your order today. Here we have the specimen, the skeletons for lower mammals, the rabbit, the organs, even small specimen like lizard. Then we have the dry specimen, the butterfly is there. Place your order today, for we are available, we are affordable, and the prices are actually friendly for you. And I'll help you and guide you in using anything you buy from me. I am experienced in biology and chemistry. Equally, I will help you in mounting your physics laboratory, even your hospital equipment, anything science. You consult Her Majesty Easy World. For measuring the speed of the wind, here is a model of how the wind vane is supposed to look like. If you buy from us, these things are available at Her Majesty Easy World Science Channel and other equipment for analysis, for weather analysis and biology practicals. You get this one. This is the wind vane. This is the anemometer. You see it's turning, showing if the speed of the wind is faster, it will be turning faster. Then you count by color. Like when this one rotates back again, I'll count 1, 2. So the mechanism, I have to use it to watch other of my videos. But here, they are showing you what are available for you at Her Majesty Easy World. You place your order, they are cheap and affordable. We help you in the mounting in your old school, mount them. For this particular wind vane, we mount it using this pair of compass needle. That's a compass needle for you to know your east and west, of course. So equip your laboratory with easyworldscience.com. God bless you and see you. So in drawing the leg of this dog, what matters, what will give you mark here is you must show the web. The webs must be shown. So in the drawing here, it will have a very back reduced hind. So over here, if you are going to find it difficult, see what you're going to do. You just draw something like this, like V, and then cover it up this way. So what must you do now? What you will do is this center, or this each of these, I guess the board is there. You put curves on each of these edges. You put curves here. Then very simple way, you just divide the toes. Let me stand well. See, yeah, this one's supposed to be bigger. Yeah. So if this is done, see your job is already done. You can put some things here. Remember, no shading. This is the major thing that will give you mark. These webs must be shown. So in labeling, these are this is the hind toe, the one is the front toes. 3 must be pointing up. Then maybe if you have time to show the scales in each case. In the drawing in exam, you are not required to complete the whole scale, wasting your time. You should just show it so that you can label it well. You go your way. It's not a must you finish the things like I'm doing now. Time might choke you. So in labeling, here is just the clause, and here the word. So this web is what gives you mark. The hind toe, hind toes are here, or the hind toe, which is behind. Then, because of this web, that's why it belongs to this particular specimen. So the dog also have this type of leg. Then coming to local fowl, the local fowl will, maybe I'll protrude it here so that it will enter well. Just draw. And here is the, okay, these two lines to enter. So compared to the sides, be proportional in your drawing. Then, okay, just put curves, the curves. Then you show the scalings. So this is just, this one belongs to local fowl, while here is the duck. So this is the difference for the specimen. So what adapts this to its environment? Presence of a webbed digit for swimming. The main function of this web is to enable swimming. Then what adapts this one to its environment? Let me turn the camera a bit. Okay, over here, the thing that adapts it to the environment, remember to make the middle one here the biggest though, of course, in real sense. That's this one should be biggest. But all the same, the marker might not check all this. Then don't forget to put your magnification in anything, in any biological drawing, please. Your magnification, if you are drawing any specimen, must be there. The magnification must be there. So mg in each of the case. So you are advised which mg is suitable. Remember, the examiner don't actually know the size of the specimen provided for you. So that gives you the freedom to choose anything as your magnification. But you must choose what is possible. So the drawing, you cannot draw exactly the head of that, the cock, or I mean the local fowl, yes, of course, or the duck. Let's assume you draw the exact, which is not, I know it's not possible. So you can use 0.5, less than 1 for the heads. Even the legs, your magnification should be less than 1, because they will often tell you draw 8 to 10. You can use 1 on the maximum, because they don't know the size provided for you. But don't say times 2. Is a microscopic file that they brought for you. So you can use maximum of ×1 for this, all this specimen here. So the last specimen that I need to discuss is very common, which is the quill feather, the drawing of the quill feather and the labeling. I will also do the same. And when I draw it and discuss it, I've discussed it indirectly by telling you it is used for flight. The quill feather first is used for flight. And where are they found? They are found on the wings and the tails. So they are mainly used for flight, though they might contribute in beautification and might also contribute in streamlining, but not. They may also slightly contribute in regulation of body temperature, but the main function of the quill feather is for flight. The main function of the quill feather is for flight. So you'll be able to label the parts and be able to say maybe the functions of each of the parts. So I want to draw a quill feather, which means I have to insert it here to try and make it enter here. Be proportional in your drawing. So you make this bigger as you go down, and in fact over here it becomes biggest. Then with a hole, yeah. Then don't forget to put your after shaft, which is a bit hairy. Then if you don't have time, you must not go shading everything. You can just show something like this to enable you label. Then you will also put your superior umbilicus. So here is the inferior umbilicus. Here is the inferior. Inferior in biology means penult. Then this one is the after shaft. Then here is the shaft or the rashes. shaft is the middle one. Here is the blade, or we call here the vein, or the barbules, B-A-R-B-L-E. Then I say here is the inferior umbilicus. Then here is the quill, and hence the name, quill feather. Remember that your drawing must have caption. Caption. This is quill feather. You write it on top. Don't say the examiner know what the question is, because sometimes they will ask you and give you space. So don't say they know. You must give the caption, give your magnification. So here is my inferior umbilicus. Is a hole. Then here is the calamus, or the quill, Quill. Then this is after shaft. So these are the basic things you need to do. So God bless you for being there. The easy world of science cannot do without you. Much love from me to you. My dear, you are going nowhere better than this channel in handling science. And not only the theory aspect, we do the practical aspect. If you want to learn practical science and applications of science, stay close to this channel. Stay on. When you subscribe, you hit the notification button. Some of you are just subscribers, mere subscribers. You are rushing in here, you are listening to me now because you are writing exams. Please, there are science before and after exams. Science exists. Why we write science is to go and apply science. Not that why we do science is to go and write exam. Most of you do the negative. Africans, please, can we change and turn around and start applying science? This science community called Her Majesty Easy World handles and makes science easy for you. Check out my videos on chemistry. Check out my videos on biology, human anatomy, even DIYs, do it yourself, industrial production of some things, the real application and the commercial aspect of science. Then science tricks and hacks. Every week there are 2 uploads on this channel which comes from science. Also your mathematics and your physics are also available here, and more will be coming. God bless you if I have someone so much passionate to help the easy world grow. Help me and we will shine together. God bless you once again. Remain majestic. Good luck in your exams. Come back with testimony. Nothing else except testimony. Except testimony. All this I've done will face you live that day, and you'll be the happiest man. And when you're happy, you make me happy. Make this channel happy. Yo.
The whispers in the morning.
Let me see you.
Hi, my name is Chemeke Arize. I'm a third year medical student, and I am here to tell you to subscribe to Her Majesty Easy World, where science is fun.